Good evening, everybody out there in Pensacola and the Gulf Coast. It is time for the beat. Boy, have I got a show for you guys tonight. Wow. You know, I've been having conversations with the beat dog, and she's been telling me that she really likes my guest that's coming on tonight, and was looking forward to hearing their music. And I got to tell you, if there ain't going to be anything like the sound check I did earlier, you guys were in for a big treat. I've been making some adjustments on some of my equipment, and hopefully we've got the sound tweaked a little bit better, but we'll see how it goes. But thanks for the encouraging comments I got last week, ladies and gentlemen. That was really good. My audience is growing even more and more each week. I'm still averaging a little over 100,000 views on my content for a 28-day period, about 10 to 15,000 per month. And I'm gaining followers by the day, and I appreciate that. All those of you out there that are watching, that are following me right now, I really do appreciate that. It helps me to continue on and provide better content so I can better serve the Pensacola and Gulf Coast music community. So I do appreciate that. I got a very special thank you to a special lady who happens to be here at the studio residence, but she won't be in studio tonight. Brandy Billings. I want to say thank you so much. A huge shout out to this lovely lady. Brandy is married to Brandon Billings. He is the co-lead singer for Riptide, the band, which is my guest tonight. You're going to love this. And she's responsible for putting together if you saw the flyer on my social media feed for tonight's show, showed the band and me and everything else. She put that thing together, and I thought it was just fantastic. And I just want to make sure that everybody out there knows that I appreciate her efforts and what she's done for the show. And incidentally, this is the first time. This is episode 18. And this is the first time I can really say that a band got totally involved in the promotion for the show. It only serves to help the band. And I got to tell you what, this is a big family music affair here with Riptide, the band. And they are a tight-knit group, and they know how to do marketing. As a matter of fact, Brandy's going to teach me a few things and help me get up and running so I can earn a few bucks and buy some more equipment. Wouldn't that be cool? Thank you, Brandy. We appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. I got a question for you. Who else would you like to see on the show? Got somebody in mind? Tell me. I want to know, okay? If you're logging on right now, you're watching the show, you want to ask a question, go right ahead. You want to make a statement, go right ahead. My producer, D-Lady, will decide which ones to pick out and mention during the show. You can ask the band a question, you can ask me a question, you can just make a comment, that's fine. So I appreciate all the love you can throw my way. It does help quite a bit. So anyway, I'm always looking to, highlight new acts that have come to Pensacola that are not well known, and seasoned and established talent that's been around for a while but just hasn't gotten the press that they really need and deserve, so the public can know who they are and what they're all about and stuff. And that's why I'm here. This is what I do, okay? What about my format? What do you think about the format so far? Right now, the first 15, 20 minutes, I jaw a bit and talk about events and things going on around the Pensacola music community. Then I go into upcoming shows. And of course, then the next 20 minutes is usually the interview for whoever I have on as my guest. And the last 20 minutes is the entertainment portion of the show. And, you're going to be entertained tonight. It's really going to be great. I'm so looking forward to this. But I'm open for ideas, okay? I am not stuck to this. I am still very, 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 very new at this. And I am open for anybody's suggestions as to how I might change the format. I will be doing some live broadcasts on location pretty soon, mostly to see some bands playing live. I'll be doing some interviews and so forth. And of course, you got bands on the beach as well. I don't make every Tuesday, but the ones that I get out there, I try to do some interviews and make sure that the bands that play on Bands of the Beach get plenty of publicity and press to let everybody know that they're coming to play. I'll tell you what. We've had some really good talent come to bands on the beach recently. I don't know if you caught some of the live feed from the Modern Eldorado show. But I had my young protege and my drum student, Hendrix, with me. And he actually shot some video, did a great job. Got to meet the band. He got to meet Brandon Hamilton, the drummer. He loved it. It was great. I love doing that. I love seeing kids get involved at an early age. I'm going to tell you what, my student, he's got a repertoire of about 25 songs he can play. Everything from Back in Black to Seven Nation Army. He does, oh man, what else does he do, hon? He does Bruno Mars, 24 Karat. It's incredible.
And he's only 10?
And he's only 10 years old. So, kids nowadays just blow me away. Okay, next subject. I've identified some equipment I need to produce better audio and video content, and I'll be looking to upgrade hopefully soon. I invested in a laptop to make sure that is part of the mix, because it's essential when you're doing a podcast to have a laptop. Though I'm not using my laptop right now, with the proper software and a few pieces added to it, my show would upgrade by a factor of 50% at least. As I said on previous episodes, what I want to be able to do is, while I'm on the show, and I'm talking about music news or I'm talking about a particular band, I want to be able to show a clip on your screen, either simultaneously while I'm watching it, or I don't care if I'm on the screen or not, but as long as the clip shows, to give you an idea of what D-Lady and I saw the night before, or a couple nights before that, or whatever show we were at, you know. Give you a little bit of highlight. Not much, maybe 15, 20 seconds or whatever, but, you know, it'd be kind of cool to be able to do that, okay? I'm also looking at a new camera system. Though the iPhone cameras are very, very, very good, they are still a phone. And from time to time, even though I have my volume turned down, somebody might call me during the show, and D-Lady's got to jump on that and hit the button to make sure that it doesn't interrupt the show. So I really need real cameras. There's a system out there called Mevo Star, I believe. They're made by Logitech, and you can combine several together to do different camera angles. And through their software that comes with the cameras, D-Lady can see all the cameras, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 different angles simultaneously on the screen, and she can pick which one she wants to go to and switch. And they're all wireless cameras, so I don't have to worry about cables and all that kind of crap. So that's a bit of an expense. All in with some switchers and a new mic here for speaking, because I want a real more of a professional podcast mic for this right here. You know, it comes in pretty close to $1,000. So, and you know how I feel about hawking for money and selling stuff. I'm just not into that. I don't know about you, but it turns me off when I watch a YouTube video and somebody starts going into selling something, even though it might be a good product. You know, I'm there for the video, you know, not the sales pitch, you know, so what. Anyway, if anybody would like to help with that, please reach out and touch me. Please, because I could really use some help when it comes to that. I have a limited budget. I do what I can, and I will continue to do so. But anybody wants to help, you are free to do so, and you have the gratitude and appreciation of D-Lady and I forever and ever and ever. So I want to be able to serve our music community and continue to promote local bands and live music venues. And to do that, I need to upgrade. I'm still going to be live. I'm not going to pre-record and then edit and go back through it again. I'm still going to be live. But with the right equipment, I could really do a good job in that. Okay. In some of the music news here around town, I started a new segment today. I don't know if it'll be a weekly segment or not, but we'll see. Today, I put a post out for the bands to post if they had added a member recently to their group, or if you joined one recently. And I said I wanted to announce it and congratulate you live on the show. So I'm gonna offer some congratulations right now. First of all, Mystic Radio just added Kelvin Bishop. Now, I'm sure you all don't know who Kelvin Bishop is. Kelvin came out to a Monday night blues jam at Seville Quarter one night, and him and I jammed together with some of the other pros and had a great time. He is a consummate player, and I know he's going to do Mystic Radio right. So, Kelvin, welcome to the community, man, and we'll see you at a show sometime soon. You can count on that. That came from Scott Rickett, by the way. Midlife Crisis LA added Lisa Philippi on keys and vocals, and Jason Reed on drums. Congrats to both and welcome. And that came in from Lee Day. Good to know that we've got some solid players joining these bands now. It's fantastic. Also, my good friend Jack Grimley and Mike Antoine have been invited to join the Lads. Have you seen the Lads? They are a British act, and they focus in on British rock, okay? All different sorts of British rock. But most of what they do is 60s and 70s rock genre. I know that both of them will add their particular talents to this up-and-coming tribute act, so go get them, boys. I'm going to come out and see you. D-Lady and I will be out to see you here pretty soon. So congratulations to Jack and Mike for joining the band. Now it's time for upcoming shows. And I got a lot, so if you excuse me, I'm going to be doing these in a shotgun kind of manner. Patty O'Leary's Irish Pub hosts Gene LeBay and the Reverberator. Friday, that's tomorrow, 8 to 12. Hi, Gene. How you doing, man? Can't wait to see you guys again. You guys kicked some major booty out of Hub Stations when we saw you. I can't wait to see you again. So they're going to be out at Patty's, Seamus Hunt's place. The Emerald Waterfront features something huge tomorrow from 5 to 9. Jake and Henry's prepares for the Lads tonight, actually, from 7 to 10. So they're going to be starting to play in about 45 minutes. I doubt if they're watching the show right now. Also, Wisteria Tavern in East Hill, right off of 12th. Jack Grimley will be playing a solo show from 12 to 4 p.m. this weekend. I didn't get the day. I'm sorry, Jack. But he's going to be in East Hill at Wisteria Tavern. And then on Monday, Jack also hosts an open mic show. He plays for the first hour, and then at 7 o'clock he opens it up for players that want to come up and show their stuff. So you might want to get out and check that out. It goes from 6 to 7. Open mic starts at 7. Cantina Del Mar in Panama City features the Ease and On Band. They're playing tonight from 5 to 9. Ease and On will also play El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. The Driftwood Oyster Bar in Orange Beach hosts the Defrosters duo Friday 5 to 9 and Dabo on Saturday from 6 to 9. Wow, we got some talent coming out. A lot of these I haven't heard of yet. I can't wait to go out and see some of them. AJ's, if you're out in Destin, AJ's in Destin has Count the Years tonight through the 6th, as a matter of fact. Showtime starts at 9, goes to 1:30 a.m. What's going on, Cody? You watching? Give me a comment, dude. I love Cody Portbag. He's one of my favorite drummers. And also the Sandshaker has Count the Years from 4 to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Bushwhackers Landing, another new concern, recently opened, features Mystic Radio with new bassman Kelvin Bishop Saturday, 7 to 10 p.m. Go kick some major booty, Kelvin. Oh, I'm sure you do well. Patty O'Leary's features Bad Kitty with J.C. Pringle and Jesse O'Neill. That's going to be Saturday at 8 p.m. That'll be a good show. We had both of those two gentlemen on the show last week, and I tell you what, it was one heck of a show. J.C. Pringle is a consummate entertainer, and Jesse is just a pure alien. Anyway, Monday, the Purple Parrot presents the duo of J.C. Pringle and Jesse O'Neill. They play at 6 p.m. Five Sisters Blues Cafe hosts Rocky Denny and the Brotherhood from 6 to 10 p.m. That is, I believe, tomorrow night. The piano-playing madman Brandon Giles plays the Purple Parrot tomorrow, 7 to 10 p.m. Saturday, he'll be jiving and joking at the Tiki and Raw Bar in Orange Beach. And he rounds out the weekend with a performance at the Red Haven Live Sunday from 5:30 to 7. Red Haven Live, we were just talking about that with the Riptide's band, and they played out there. And I've yet to be out and to go out there and check them out yet, but D-Lady and I are going to get out there, you can be sure. Johnny B. Front Porch hosts Howling Great Saturday, 6:30 p.m. What's going on, Johnny? How's it going? Andy D's on the Bar Beach lists a weekend of live music. Tonight, the Glenn Parker Band hits at 6 and goes till 10 p.m. Tomorrow, Tribe Zion lays down tasty Caribbean grooves from 6 to 10 p.m. And Saturday, Rowdy's play from 6 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday, Mira and the Walls play from 5 to 9 p.m. Mira and the Walls. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have them on my show. And I want to go see that. It's a catchy name. I want to see how they do. Okay, the Rooftop Pensacola features D. Scott Ridge Music. He's playing right now. He just started at 6 o'clock and he goes to 8. So if you're anywhere down in that area, go check out the Rooftop. What a nice place, a nice venue to see a single or a duo act. Down there with Billy Harrell. What's going on, Billy? For Jack Grimley's show. I think he started everything off, as a matter of fact. Great show. Wonderful time. Tonight, Splash RV Park has Smokey and the Freeway 98 Band playing from 7 to 10 p.m. Also playing Calvert's in the Heights tomorrow, 7 to 10 p.m. And Peg Leg Pete Saturday from 6 to 10. The Point Restaurant, Jason Kreisel, Tuesday, 5:30 to 9 p.m. And the Handlebar has Friday night really covered with a bevy of artists. They got Mushroom Gold, Baymex, High Dine, Matty Ice. I don't know these bands, but I gotta tell you, I'm sure they're good. And Saturday is Golf Industrial Night with Ritual 6 and Sunday Chain. They also have Gang, Knuckle Sandwich, Page in Blood, and Taken for Granted. They take the Handlebar stage as well this weekend. Bamboo Willie's features Thin Ice Friday, 8 p.m. and Saturday, Dirty Fridays at 2 p.m. and two-piece dark meat. Okay. Plays at 8 p.m. Sunday. And Tyler Livingston. What's going on, Tyler? He was on my show recently, too. And the Absolutes hit at 3 p.m. for Sunday Fun Day. You get a chance to go out and see Tyler Livingston. Tomorrow, Doc Holliday's in Poley, Alabama presents The Collective, 8 to 10 p.m. What's going on, Greg? How you doing? And Saturday at Perdido Key Sports Bar and Grill, that's Judy Davis' spot. Hi, Judy. Big shout out to Judy Davis. She's a wonderful hostess, and she has a wonderful spot. And they play from 7 to 11 p.m. M&R Lounge in Theodore, Alabama is having a benefit for Paula Motzkowitz, lead singer for Pearls of Trinity. It's going to be a big show out there. Performances by Wicked Skinny, Howling Grace, Pearls of Trinity, and my guest on tonight's show, Riptide, the band. Starts at noon Sunday. Proceeds go to assist with expenses. And finally, July 4th at the American Legion Post, 382 in Navarre, Jesse O'Neill and I will join Tyler Morrison as the Tyler Morrison Trio for their 250th American Anniversary celebration. This is going to be a huge festival show, folks. I played with Tyler Morrison in the trio back at Eagles Claw when he did a benefit for the owner out there. And that's how they found out about us, and they wanted us for the 4th of July, so we're going to be there entertaining you. That's Post 382, and the address is 1850 Lunetta Street in Navarre. You can also call 850-936-5888 for more details, or just keep up with me. I'm going to be talking about it from now until showtime, and I'll have more later. So that's it for upcoming shows. Folks, I am just, wow. I'm like, whoa. Because I'm really excited about the guests we have on tonight. I mean, they are a band to beat all bands, I swear. I've seen them a couple of times now. And one thing about this band is they put on a show, a performance. They connect with the audience. They use costumes and all kinds of stuff to make the show interesting and alive for the people that come and see them. The band, Riptide, the band. And they are here in the studio right now. I want to welcome the lead guitar player, Wolf Dobson, Lucas Anderson, and Brandon Billings. Come on in, gentlemen, and join the show. Have a seat. I'm going to take my seat off to the side here. I'm going to grab this microphone. All right, lady, here's your test. Now you get the chance to follow me. We were working on this earlier, giving her some OJT to make sure I make this transition pretty smooth here. What's going on, gentlemen?
All right,
I'm glad to see you on the show, man. I'll tell you what. Let me get my laptop over here. To start off,
at the beginning?
We all have something in common, ladies and gentlemen, especially these two and myself, and Wolfett, by the way, in a more distant fashion. But we are all from Michigan originally. You guys want to tell us where you're from in Michigan?
If y'all are from Michigan, you all know the Mint. So we're from the tip of the Mint, coming up by Mackinac City is kind of where we're about. Kind of grew up from there, so being around the Mackinac City, UP area. So we got a lot of time up there in Michigan. I spent, like I said, I moved down here right about when I became an adult, like right around 18. So I spent a lot of my younger years there, and then Brandon obviously had spent a lot of his adult years there, as well as his very young childhood in northern Michigan. So Michigan's a nice little connection for all of us here that I didn't really think
Yeah,
of.
it is.
Absolutely. Now, I knew you were from Michigan because I'd seen some of your previous posts. I wasn't sure exactly where. But I was talking about this earlier with you guys. And the fact that Dilly and I, we were high school sweethearts, and we grew up in Michigan and never made it up to Mackinac, never made it up to the Upper Peninsula.
You're missing a lot. You're missing a lot. The color changes in the fall. The changeover from winter to spring and into the summer. It's you watch the actual transformation. You get every season is a
That's
definite.
a fact. You cannot beat a Michigan summer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you what, it's absolutely beautiful. And there's a lake about 5 minutes apart from each other, and you can be fishing or boating in a matter of minutes up there. So
6 miles.
6
you
miles.
can't go any one direction in anywhere in Michigan without hitting a body of water within 6 miles.
Oh my goodness.
6 miles would take you much shorter to get than 6 miles here, I'll give you that.
That's for sure. So tell me, you guys, what was like, growing up as a musical family? How did that work out? How did it start?
So I started at 18 as a singing drummer with my father out in California.
Whereabouts in California?
Death Valley.
Death Valley. All places.
No, it's like Undertaker sometimes.
It's like 15 miles from Palm Springs.
Oh,
we were
okay.
deep in the 120-degree summers.
Oh.
But yeah, I started playing with my father when I was 18. Graduated high school, went up to California, trying to make a better life. But prior to that, my father lived in Michigan, where we grew up. And at like 7, 8, 9, 10, I would go out and be on stage with him,
Cool.
So it's in my blood. My mother was part of the choral troupe at church.
Oh, there you
at
go.
School. A couple of aunts, same way. So you say music is in your blood, and it doesn't mean a lot to some people.
I hear you, bro. I know where you're going. You got something to be proud of. There's no doubt about it. I want to ask Lucas. When did you get your start in this outfit?
So when Brandon came into my life when I was about 7 years old, and I started seeing him out and about playing with his band, the Virus Band, up in Michigan at the time. Listened to some of his music, and I thought that what he was doing was super fun, super interesting. Because at the time I was super into musical theater, and my favorite band was Poison.
Oh,
so I was
God.
listening to lots of 80s rock at the time, and
Sure.
my mom was a big influence on a lot of that. So when we moved to Pensacola, and Brandon was starting to feel like he wanted to get back into the music scene a little bit. So he started to feel around and find some bands to play with, and he ended up getting a time to practice, and he found that some of the songs that they were thinking about practicing were stuff that I like to sing and stuff that I have a good time with. So he just was like, hey, why don't you want to come out and jam with us, see how you do? Because at that point I was here at Pensacola State College going for theater.
Oh, okay.
So I come down, I practice with them, and we had a great time, jamming out, having a good time. It's something that I've never done before like that. And
Right.
after that, we started jamming out some more, and that became the formation of what we now know as Riptide. And during that time, being on stage for the first time, I think that if it wasn't for Brandon being there and me being surrounded by the family that I had, that I wouldn't have been able to come up on stage the way that I have been and be able to perform the way that I do now if I wasn't surrounded by the family and love that I had from that. And that I think that if things didn't work out the way that they did and my family wasn't the way that they were, then my life would be very differently. And I think that the music connection in all of us is very strong, and then it's led us to where we are today, and I love where I'm at today. I love being in Riptide. I love being able to perform. I think that me doing theater would be completely different from what this is now.
Right.
And this is so much fun. And I like being up there on stage. I like performing with the guys. I like being able to see my family every night. I remember when I first moved here for college, there was that short period of time where I was kind of distant from my family. I wasn't spending a lot of time with them every night. And now I feel like outside of the band, we're still hanging out every week, every weekend, because we got to be at the band. And so, and even when you don't got family, the best thing about music is that even if it's not like blood relation or family, you get people like Wolf who come along and that they just join your family. Like
Absolutely,
we have Wolf
yeah.
over to all of our family Christmas outings. We have the band over to all together, and your band becomes your family. So
Yep.
even if you don't got that great blood connection between like growing up in the scene and having the family, you get the family in the music scene. That's what I loved about being down here.
I can certainly see the advantage being in a family concern as far as confidence on stage is concerned, because everybody is there to help each other and so forth. It's not like, you're an outsider coming in and you just don't have that credibility and the confidence that you need to really put on a good show. I saw Riptide a while ago. Maybe you guys been playing that for how long?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. I was gonna say.
Well, I'm almost 20. I'm 24 now. We started playing the year I turned 21, so it's been about 3 years. now.
About 3 years?
Okay.
Okay. I believe D-Lady and I came to one of your earlier shows, and you, sir, have changed a lot. Your stage presence and your ability to entertain a crowd, and playing off of Brandon back and forth. Well, there's three of you, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Folks,
that's what's great about the Wolf.
This is the vocal core of the band right here. So, and I got a question for Wolf too. Now I understand your dad is the bass player of the band, correct?
Yes, my dad is the bass player. Yes, my dad is the bass player. And, I got it, man. So my dad is the bass player. Crash Dobson. For the whole family situation question that you were asking, literally the first week I was able to get back from the hospital, my dad had band practice. So,
My goodness.
and he had earmuffs ready for me for when so I slept in front of his Ampeg fridge with his alternative metal band he was in at the time called Darkness Ends. And fast forward a few years, I turned 8 years old and I got my first guitar.
At 8 years old.
And I told my dad,
wow.
I told Dad, I was like, little young Wolf who was like, hey, I want to play guitar. And I discovered bands like Avenged Sevenfold and Metallica.
Sure.
And as you can see, I look like a jazz musician, don't I?
Obviously.
Right?
Obviously.
When I discovered Master of Puppets, that was when I started begging my dad I wanted an electric guitar. Because my first guitar was actually a Squire acoustic.
Oh wow.
And then my dad got me an Epiphone SG. And he was like, make fruit out of it.
That you still got.
I still have that guitar, which is crazy. I may not play it often, but it's got sentimental value. And then fast forward, almost hit the mic. Hopefully nobody got destroyed by their ears there. But fast forward when I was like about 14 years old, I was the lead guitarist of a church I was in. I know, I'm a church guitarist. It's crazy, right?
Hey.
And formed my first band at 16. It was a thrash metal band out in San Diego called Cryptic. And
Wow.
then COVID happened. We dropped an album. It's still on there called The Gates. And then I formed Mortal Tendency. And then somewhere along those lines, that's my solo project. If you like really heavy music, you can check that out. But I'm just saying it because it ties into how I met Riptide.
Yeah, I want you to go into that. How long have you been playing with the band?
So I've been in Riptide for about 2 years now.
Yeah, you were pretty early.
Kinda. I know that. Shout out to Shag or Chris Popwell.
Yeah.
Okay, he was the one who hit me up, and he was like, "Hey,
Going on, Shaggy.
oh yeah." He was originally a bass player at the time in Riptide before my dad joined, and he hit me up and he was like, "We want a shredder. We want somebody to do that." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I can do that. No, let me show up." And I showed up to the first practice, and
Chill.
It was chill. It was a chill jam. But all I know was Brandon had to run to the bathroom because he was so excited when I played Brick in the Walls guitar solo accurate.
Yeah, we're giggling like little girls. We're like
You did the
leaves
same.
room, he
You
leaves
did
room,
the
and
same
Mandarin are like,
thing. You did the same thing with Talk Dirty to me when I played CC
Uh-oh.
DeVille's solo
Oh,
as
yeah.
written. But I think the moment we all solidified chemistry was Man in the Box. When we played Man in the Box for the first time together, Alice in Chains. But that's kind of when it all happened. And then my dad came along probably about 6 months later. Chris wanted to do some different endeavors for his stuff. And we were like, yeah, okay. And so my dad came in, and he had to learn 4 hours of music in 3 weeks.
Wow, that's a lot.
And,
2 weeks, he said.
and my dad is kick ass. I love my dad. I also love my mom. They're very supportive, and they support all what we're doing too. So,
Crash?
yeah, Crash,
You're watching,
if you're,
man.
you're watching, man, I love you, Dad.
Love you, Crash.
And I love you, Mom, if you're watching as
All
well.
right, I got a question.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question for Brandon. What's the best and worst part of playing as a family band? I know that's a tough one.
So the best part
Best part first.
is knowing that you're passing passion. Not only do I have Lucas, but I have an older son that has his own band in northern Michigan.
I've seen the post, yeah.
Loophole.
Loophole. They're going to be opening for Firehouse
Wow.
July.
In July,
In July.
in Michigan.
Up in northern Michigan.
Cool.
So, being able to pass on that passion that I received from my father down to my older son, and then Lucas, who's out of the 7 kids that we have, is in the middle.
Poor middle kids.
Yeah.
It's not to take anything away from my daughter who decided she was going to try to pick up a guitar. My second oldest boy, he's like, oh, I'll try to play bass, and then
Okay.
I know I got a lot of my inspiration when I was really young from them.
Yeah.
Seeing my older brother play the bass,
Right.
seeing my older brother play the guitar, seeing my older sister play the guitar when we'd go out camping and stuff.
Oh.
Those kind of inspiration came on me too as well.
yeah. The worst part is not being able to be everywhere that they're at.
I can understand that.
I mean, we're here. They're in Michigan. It's about 18 hours.
Yeah.
Difference is drive time.
Yep.
But it doesn't take anything away from the heart and the love.
Right. Understand
It's just that you can't be there and support them every time
Yeah.
they're out doing something. Outside of that, there really is no downside.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, especially the way the band gels together. I mean, when you guys are on stage, it's a magical moment. There's no doubt about it.
And just to add to it, Jared Palooza, another one of our sons,
Okay.
his yearly festival.
All right.
The Loophole Band is going to be there. Lucas and I will be there, so we're going to
Family reunion, folks.
I know we got some
from
Michiganders
family
out there
here.
watching.
Yeah, you got Michiganders out there.
To
Drop
family there.
us a comment now. Let us know you're watching, okay?
Yeah, so we're going to go from family down here to family up there.
Oh wow.
So
All right, here's a projection question for you. What are the long-term goals for Riptide, the band? Anybody can take this. I don't care.
Well, I
Rock
think,
as hard as possible.
yeah, we want to rock as many places as much as possible.
Yeah.
We like trying to get new venues. We like seeing our faces in front of new people. We like meeting new people. We like showing our style of show to new people, because I know that comparatively to other bands you might see around, that our shows can kind of be a lot when you first get there. We got lots of energy, lots of lights.
That's for sure.
But it's a lot of fun, and I love being in new spaces, new places with lots of new people, and I like being able to show everybody the Riptide experience. I love hearing people
Absolutely.
after the show tell us, "Hey man, I love seeing your live shows. Hey man, I love hearing your guys' voices. Your guys' guitars getting up on a table,
Yeah.
crazy. I love that kind of
Now
stuff."
that's showmanship, folks. That's putting on a show.
the smaller the table, the better it seems.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see here. I had another question here. But yeah. What made you guys decide to come from Michigan down to Florida originally?
Snow.
Say no more.
The short answer.
That's the reason we're not up there right now. We can't handle the cold weather, man. I'm telling you.
You mentioned my wife Brandy. She got stuck in the driveway when she tried to get out, going to work.
Oh,
she
boy.
got stuck in the driveway, getting back in.
Man.
I came in home after she did, and she just cornered me at the front door and says, "Why are we still here?"
I don't blame her for that. Speaking of her, what's it like being husband to her and son? How did that relationship work?
Well, yeah, when you mentioned the family question earlier, that was going to be my main thing. I love my mom, and I love her a lot, but when you comes down to being your mom, and she is definitely our mom. She shows up. I was going to say earlier back there, we were kind of like chitter-chatting like you would in the wings back on stage. She's back there like, shh, shh, get them. You need to control them. I'm like, oh, boy. I love my mom, but she can be a little bit of like we like to jokingly and funnily call her our Yoko.
Oh,
She likes
boy.
to tell us how it's supposed to be sometimes.
True momager.
True momager there.
Oh my goodness.
But we love her, and we love her support. We love that she's out there for us, and she's willing to put herself out there and put the band up for us.
Well, she does a heck of a job promoting you guys. There's no doubt about that.
She's
yeah.
a PR hurricane.
Hurricane. She's got so many connections herself, and all the people that she's connected to got those connections, and she just...
Oh,
Whoop.
you see, Rich?
Live TV. This is what happens, you know. Wow, we're coming down to the end of the interview portion. Well, I guess I asked you all the questions that I really wanted to ask you. One last one, I guess it'd be for the three of you. The cohesiveness that you guys exude in your performances. How much rehearsal time goes into putting on the performances that you guys do? And I got to ask you another question too, because most bands when they rehearse, folks, they come into the rehearsal studio like a place like this and sit down and it's real casual and say, all right, we're going to play, and they start playing and whatever. I want to know, because of the way you guys perform and your stage presence, do you rehearse some of the stuff that you do on stage, or is that all off the cuff on the fly?
Yeah,
Everything
stage
is off the
presence.
cuff.
Stage presence, it really depends.
Yep.
So, like, if it's like our thing for Hot for Teacher, where we do our gimmick with standing on the tables,
The different songs.
the different song gimmicks that are in the key of A, because whatever, right? that is us being planning, right?
Okay.
But a lot of our things we're especially good at is off the cuff kind of remarks.
Especially a lot of the audience stuff.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
like audience in action, like talking to people, dancing out on the stage.
Yeah.
A lot of that is just, oh, you guys are having a good time? We're having a good time too. Let's get out there and have a good time together.
And we all frontman in a different way. Very much. I am the very caustic, sarcastic person when I frontman.
Oh boy.
Because my biggest influence is Devin Townsend. If you know who that is, and the way he frontmans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, as far as the practice, the rehearsal thing you're asking, they hate me. I already know they're going to want to beat me up for this. I'm the worst. And that's because we'll be like, Wolf, we're learning Still of the Night by Whitesnake. And I'm like, okay. Week goes by. So, Wolf, did you learn Still of the Night? Let me read the tab real quick. And they'll be like, see, we're not even going to be able to practice 5 minutes later. Okay, got it. And it pisses Brandon off probably the most.
I
And
can
that's
understand
because
why.
It really doesn't piss me off. I'm more enamored by it.
so you remember when the young days of when I joined Riptide. This is a good example. We really, really wanted to add Cult of Personality by Living Color.
Oh yeah, good song.
Oh, yeah.
They gave me 15 minutes, and I had to learn Cult of Personality.
Oh my god.
The crazy part about Cult of Personality is that the two people in the band who really requested to get it in was us. The two young people in the band really wanted to do Cult of Personality.
You got to remember, we were raised like Gen X kids.
Oh, there you go.
That's the difference. We may be Gen Z. We really are. I'm 24, he's 24, but we were raised like 90s or like late 80s kids.
And
Oh, yeah.
the parents can pat themselves on the back for that because we raised our
Absolutely.
kids
Oh,
right.
yeah.
As you should.
And you know what?
Oh,
That-
yeah.
But that just adds to the eclectic mix and the energy that you guys produce when you're performing on stage. You know, and folks, I got to tell you, if you've not seen Riptide, you really got to get out and see them. Now, I purposely did not mention any of your upcoming shows, so you could mention them right now before we get into the entertainment side. So Somebody take it and tell us where you're playing next weekend.
All right, this weekend we got Oso coming up this Friday.
Been a while since we've been there.
Yeah, it'll be nice to play out of Bear Point.
7 to 10. And then Sunday, we're going to be, as Richard mentioned earlier, the Paula Modikevich benefit over at MRR Lounge over in Mobile.
Okay.
Out there, really. Great opportunity. If any of you musicians, friends of musicians, people that are just watching the show, if you get to be a part of a benefit, please do it. $5, $100. It doesn't matter.
Everything
Support.
helps. Yep.
Be there.
What else we got going on coming up?
2 weeks. We got Seville, don't
Next weekend, I believe.
Seville?
The 19th and the 20th.
Back over there.
19th and 20th?
we? 19th and
Okay.
20th, so 2 weeks.
I'm getting old. I gotta have my
Really?
phone.
I understand.
thought you were turning 20.
I had to double check. I thought the
I'm
same
also
thing.
about mine too. That's my calendar in my brain. So I gotta have it, you know, so. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get into the favorite part, my most favorite part of every show. These gentlemen are going to entertain you right now with some music that they play at their shows, featuring some dynamic vocals and harmonies. So, without any other delay whatsoever, I'm going to leave it to these guys. And we're all set to go. So, whenever you are, take it away. Riptide, the band.
Excuse me, just before we go to that, Richard, I want to say thank you
Oh, well, thank you very much. I
for
appreciate
doing
it.
this.
Appreciate that.
There's not a lot of promotion except self-promotion and friends of friends for bands and things like that. What you're doing here is amazing.
Aw,
It is
thanks a lot, man.
amazing.
I try. My heart now, I can't play as much as I used to. I can only do so many shows a year with my bones. So this is how I get my contribution to the music community, you know, and sitting in every now and then with somebody or even playing in the studio with somebody. But I appreciate those kind words, sir, very much. Now, without any further delay, let's get into their first number.
Let's
Take it
rock.
away, boys.
We're gonna rock y'all with our first one. Here's a little bit of Paralyzed. I hold on so nervously to meet my train. I wish it was fooling me, but so far it's not been fun. It's been shitty and I've been awkward as I should. This love has got to be the most pretentious thing, since I thought you and me, well, I am imagining a darling place, or your place on my place. Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you. I hold out for one more drink before I think. I'm looking too desperately, but so far it's not been fun. I should just stay home. If one thing really means one, this club will hopefully be closed in 3 weeks. That would be cool with me. Well, I'm still imagining a darling place, or your place on my place. Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you. You guys ready to be?
This is your part, audience.
Well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. Your body, mind is what your eyes can do. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I wanna make you move because you're standing still. If your body, mind is what your eyes can do. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you.
That was outstanding. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? That's some of the best entertainment I've had in the studio in a while. I got to ask you guys a question. Those harmonies are really precise and they gel. Oh man, do they ever. Before a show, what kind of vocal exercises and preparation do you guys do to get those chords in order to be able to do what you just did?
Enos Jameson. I do Fireball.
I'm Guinness and Screwball.
Yeah.
Well, but if you're talking about actual warm-ups, for me, I do a lot of the more aggressive vocals. So, you know, like Miss Murder is a good example of a song where I'm going like, "Rah!" like doing this screaming. And there's some parts where I'm going, with the vocals. So it depends on some of the songs. So, like, we can get heavy if we want to, but it's in moments. So when I do those stuff, I kind of actually just get some water, and I go between all the vocals I do. So like if it's me singing some Alice in Chains, like Wood is a new one that I'm doing where I sing, where I'm like, into the fun again.
Man, it's rough on the chord.
And then,
yeah.
which is funny because I could just do it on
Belch it
the
out.
Not for him.
No, yeah. Lucas asked me for advice about it, but
Yeah, I can't. I
I've
still
done it
do
for so
the
long,
classical
that's why.
training over it, man.
But yeah, for the screaming side of things and all that, I kind of go back and forth going,
Oh my God.
stuff like that, and I just kind of, to him it's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm used to the classical. Like I'm classically trained, so I'm used to the classical.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because I do a lot of vocal acrobatics in the band.
Yeah.
So, Brandon's really old school with it.
Yeah.
So-
He harmonizes very well.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to have you do another one, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it.
As Riptide the band, we're going to see what they got in store for us now. So go ahead, gentlemen, take it away.
No, yeah. We'll do that. The one I got detuned for last. I'm gonna pretend I'm playing dumb and sing. You know what? What about this one?
Some of you old school rockers know this one.
Classic.
Waiting on a Sunday afternoon with what I really feel tonight. Feeling like a hairy rusted chain. So do you have those who cry to reply? Leaving on a southern train on yesterday. You and I promising what I seem to be only once a time. Go by all of these things I said to me. do with what I've said and all this tip for you. Good night. Goodbye. Leaving on the southern trail only yesterday. You and I promising what I see will be. Only watch the time go by. All of these things I said to you.
Oh my God. Fantastic. Fantastic. What do you think about those harmonies? Man, I told you. Now, if you think this is good and you like this, you need to go see the entire band with everybody playing, and you will have a really fun time. Okay, another question I've got for you guys being frontmen. What do you think is the most important aspect of being a frontman and connecting with the audience? How do you do that?
Well, for me, so a lot of people, in my opinion, who want to be an aspiring frontman, whether that's being a vocalist or, hey, you're a lead guitarist with a microphone, you can do good with a crowd, is read a room. If you can read a room, you will be one of the best frontmen. If you are trying to hype up a crowd of 2 people, which is not bad, we're an audience of 1 band. We don't care how many people show up. We're going to put on the best damn show we can. Is if you're going to try and do like, let's get crazy, let's go that with 1 person, you're reading the room wrong. You got to read the room, you know. And when we play at Seville, that's reading the room. They want that. They want that. They want a concert, you know. And there's some venues we play at. They just want us to play music. They want us to fill it in, you know. And we purposely don't frontman as much for that vibe, for that reason. You know, Hub Stacy's tends to later in the night. When people are trying to eat and people all this stuff, you don't want to like tell people to just jump up and go crazy and all that crap, right? You read the room. That's where we kind of just go from song for song, right?
And that speaks to the diversity that they have in playing. They can be the wild, crazy show band, or they can provide an ambiance for the patrons to make them feel comfortable and want to continue to drink and eat.
And I think Brandon was trying to say, or Lucas was trying to say something. I didn't mean to cut them off, but
No, the thing I was going to think about the frontman thing is like, even if y'all ever seen our show before, you can hear right now, based on how I'm talking now and how I talk as a frontman is very different. When I'm on stage, my voice is all up here, everybody's having a good time. I put a little bit of rasp on it, we have fun. But then, you know, obviously talking, I'm not up there.
It's because we have 3 different personalities. And I think the reason people like the way we frontman is you're the old school mentality. You're Ozzy Osbourne's. You're all that stuff.
Sharon!
Yeah, you know that. But I'm just saying, like, the way you frontman all that, too. I bring the metal attitude with, like, the, hey, what's going on, y'all? Kind of thing. And he's, like, the pop punk rock guy.
Yeah, I was going to sound like Elaine
what's up,
Staley
guy?
over here.
I want to hear from Brandon on this too. Now, what's your mindset when you're trying to connect with the audience?
Wolf said it. You're trying to connect with the audience, so you got to read the room. You see, okay, those couple of people are like tapping their hand on the table or their foot, you know, and they sip the drink. Ooh, you know, they make you notice little things.
Right.
And I think it's
Early on.
A band's ability to be able to notice that stuff and read a room really determines on whether or not they get asked back to play again.
It also depends on your song selection.
Absolutely.
You may set up a set list, but if that set list that you made up isn't quite working, you got to change. That's reading the room.
And that's the lovely thing about this band at Riptide is that no matter where we are, no matter what the vibe is, that we've got songs for y'all, man. We like to be heavy, we like to play some heavy stuff, but we go way back. We go from 1970 all the way to 2020. I think our oldest song is 1970 on the dot, and our newest song is 2020 on the dot. Or 2025?
2025. By Monster's Hand was written in 2025.
Oh, yeah.
How about that? Oh, my God. One thing for sure, and observing this band when they're playing live and stuff, I watch the audience a lot too because I've been a musician for 55 years. And Brandon hits it right on the nail, right on the head. You have to have the ability to read your audience and see what they're reacting to, and also have the ability to be able to change at a moment's notice and maybe come outside the set list. Am I right or wrong? Because you feel a different song would be more suitable than the one you had next in your lineup. Am I right?
Oh yeah, and you got to have the confidence.
And it's the
That's
telling all the
big.
band when you change
Look,
a song.
if you don't got confidence, your charisma has gone down.
Absolutely.
If you have to, if you say it and it doesn't hit like a joke, play it off. Play it like, well, that didn't work, so we're gonna go. You learn things that work and still work in the long run, even if they don't hit.
Exactly. And the only way you find that out is trial and error. See what is a success and what flops.
It's kind of like how a comedian does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, my favorite joke is the Radiohead one, man.
Yeah.
I love saying it every time.
Every crowd in every room is different.
Absolutely.
It might be the same exact people that you've seen in that venue time and time again.
Right.
But their attitude, how loose are they feeling today?
Correct.
As opposed to the last time. That's where you get the read.
Gotcha. And the energy level in the room is something that bands detect. They feel it. And I don't just see it, but they feel what's going on. All right, we only got a few minutes left in the show. I want you to play one more for us. And then we're going to close it out. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last tune. I hope you've enjoyed everything so far. Here's one more for you.
All right. Let's get higher, Pete.
When dreaming, guided to know the world, time and time again. At sunrise, I fight to stay asleep, 'cause I don't want to leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, a longing to escape from the life I live while I'm away. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to the place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to the place where golden streets?
Although I would like the world to change, it helps me to appreciate those nights and those dreams. But my friend, I sacrifice all those nights if I can make the end of my dreams the same. The only difference is to let love replace all our hate. So let's go there.
Let's go there.
Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there.
Let's go there.
Can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place where golden streams?
Let's go there.
Let's go
Come
there.
on, let's go there.
Let's go
Come
there.
on, let's go there.
Let's go there.
Let's ask and we stay. Oh, I feel like I'm alive.
these dreams and make them mine.
Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place where golden streams? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to the place where golden streams?
Outstanding, outstanding. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much. You guys just rocked it hard. Oh, I so appreciate you guys being on the show today. That's about all the time we got today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say a few thank yous. I want to shout out to D-Lady, my camera person and the producer of my show, and my lovely spouse. She does a wonderful job, and she's learning along the way, but she's getting better and better every show. Thanks again to Riptide, the band, Brandon, Lucas, and Wolf for appearing on my show. Thank you so much, Brandy, for all your help and efforts. We love you at the Beat, my dear. And we want you to make sure that you catch their next show when they play and they're anywhere near you, because you will not be disappointed. One last shout out, catch the Uncharted Zone tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Phil Thomas Cat on Facebook Live and on YouTube. So for now, this is the Beat Man with Riptide the Band saying, I'm out.